welcome to Life's Beating Heart. My name is Matthew, and today I have a tarot card reading for you. Now, this is going to be a timeless reading, so whenever you find this video, there may be a message in it for you. However, at the moment, the day I'm recording it, it is currently the Sagittarius full moon, and this year it is a blue moon, meaning there's two moons, full moons in the same month. Pretty relatively rare, strong, energetic event happening here. So, yeah, that's going to be captured in the energy of the message that we're pulling through for you here today. Right. So I'm going to ask your spirit guides, angels, ancestors to help me to channel for you. What do you most need to hear right now? Insights, guidance, reflections, messages, anything like that. So let's see. Just a quick disclaimer that these are general readings, so use your own discernment to know what applies to you and how it applies to your life, and use your own, take responsibility for your own actions and decisions. All right. So let's see. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors, what does the viewer need to know today? Okay. That was kind of strange. So I saw the cheetah like kind of jump out of the deck and then it jumped back in. There's something about like energy, like wanting to move fast, but not quite time for that. And then actually had like 4 of these cards all come out together. Now I am going to take all of them. And I'll show you what they are. And we're going to go from here. So we have the unicorn and the bear, as well as the crow and the horse, which is kind of cool because look, we got the normal horse and we got the fancy horse. It's like sandwiching your readings here. The earthy, grounded horse and the mystical, otherworldly horse. It's kind of fun. Interesting here. So there's something now. This is what we were talking about in the intro. That there is this full moon, this energy, Sagittarius full moon coming at the moment, sort of encapsulated in this timeless reading here for you. And there's a sense here. This unicorn talks about the third eye. It talks about third eye activation, psychic downloads. The crow also kind of having a strong sense of connection to psychic abilities here. So there's a sense here of getting and the bear, there's a sense here of getting a download or a vision of the future here, but it's going to be like just the beginning, or like just the download at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like just the vision. Because what we have with the bear here, the bear talks about like a level of spiritual awakening. It's actually in this deck like the very first card, so it's kind of like an awakening to a new vision kind of here. And you might kind of get, perhaps for some of you, even like a rather holistic sense. There's a lot of moon energy actually, because interestingly now I'm seeing with the horse, even this sort of normal like earthly horse here also has a crescent moon on his third eye area. Looks like a guy, male horse to me for some reason right now, so I said he, but yes. Anyway, that's kind of irrelevant detail, but anyway, it's energy. So interesting. So there's a sense here of getting the download, getting the vision. The crow, it might give you like, the crow has a sort of a knowledge of the past, present, future. There's a sense of perhaps the vision encompassing or getting it in a like rather holistic sense, or seeing like where it's all going to go or lead to, in like on some future timeline, but that might be like rather far down the road, perhaps, right? Um, Interesting. But then the it's we have the vision coming in, and then the final card is the horse, which talks to me about then starting out on the journey to actually like bring it down to earth, kind of thing. Right. Um, so there's a sort of sense here, if this reading's resonating with you, of either you just recently got this download, kind of a big inspiring new sort of higher picture vision for your life, or the next phase of your life, or a whole like project or something here, but you're only in the very just beginning phases of it, or you just kind of got the idea or the inspiration or the enlightenment of it, and um, you're moving. The next step is going to start to be like taking steps, taking action with the horse energy. All right, so we're going to clarify these cards for you here. um, yes, let's clarify the unicorn card first. That was kind of awkward. I don't know if I should take these. I'll show you them, but I'm going to keep shuffling. Just in case this was a message for someone. Okay, well, that one fell out of my hand. Right. So there's the restraints, the set-aside sword, and the nightmare. And then the hoopah, which would be like a celebration. So I'm going to put these back in the deck here, but this would kind of be giving me the idea of a lot of like anxiety or limiting beliefs about like the sense of like being able to actually successfully carry out this vision. Right. So that's sort of the initial, like maybe like your initial reaction when you get this is like almost like disbelief or like fear, or like a sense of like it's beyond your sense of what's possible for yourself, perhaps, or it's like beyond the scope of what you previously had thought possible, or something that would have previously like given you like anxiety or something. Interesting. But at the same time, it's something you wanted with the the hoop, or the Four of Wands card there. Or it could be something like that it is something you really want, but you're afraid it's like wouldn't come true, or it would be too good to be true, or you wouldn't be able to like pull it down to earth or something. Interesting. But I'm gonna shuffle again and try. Let's try that one more time. Angel, spirit guides, ancestors. Clarify the unicorn card, please. Okay, so we got the middle path now with the unicorn, which would be the temperance card. All right. So there's a sense of like this kind of being like destined for you with this middle path here, or like it's like a road sort of like made just for you kind of thing. There's a sense of glory here, kind of with this crown. Um, hmm. And it's a much more balanced energy than what I had previously pulled, because the initial sort of pull was like a very much a stuck, stagnant, anxious kind of mental energy, almost like a blockage of this higher vision from coming through here. But maybe there's like a sense of like having brought yourself like into a more of a balanced state, um, having brought some balance to opposites, or to instability or extremes here within yourself, that allowed that this more refined energy to channel through you here with the unicorn. Um, Interesting. Yeah. And there's a sense here that this vision will sort of require a um yeah, it's going to require a certain amount of what is the word for this? I can't think of the word, but sticking to the middle path, or in a way, or sticking to a certain, not straying too far from the path, in a way, um, in a way that would unbalance you. Yeah, interesting. Okay, now let's clarify the bear card next. Okay, we got the Ouroboros, which would be the world. So there's a sense of the, the cyclical nature of something. Well, the world is a cycle ending, and then the bear would kind of be like the fool card in a way, because it's like this spiritual awakening, or like a new beginning, awakening of a new thing. Or like there's a sense of like you came to a completion of a previous cycle here, and that's like what triggered this new level of awakening for yourself. Fascinating. Again, there's a what am I doing with these cards? That was awkward. There's a sense of a destiny here, because you have the two major arcana so far in the clarifiers. Yeah, sense of a sort of destined path or direction for you, especially with the Ouroboros energy. All right, we're gonna clarify the crow next. All right, interesting. So you have 3 cards came out for this one. We have the Banner of Death, the Fish, and the Following Eel. Let me see. How can I hold these like a reasonable human being? Okay. The Banner of Death, the Fish, and the Following Eel. The Following Eel and the Banner. So the Following Eel talks about things from your past that have that still haunt you, lingering effects of past traumas that still kind of irritatingly linger long after you moved on and tried to do healing, or gone through healing processes, and still something of it's lingering kind of thing. And then the Banner of Death, though, sort of talks about like deep transformations and hope and new beginnings here. Um, and then the Fish being a sort of creative, like inspiration, or a sort of something you get from the divine, or inspiration that you've captured from the divine here, and you can like make it into something if you capitalize on that. Otherwise, it's a bit slippery, and it could just slip out of your hands if you don't make use of it. Interesting. So with the crow energy, there's a sense here of massive karmic clearing for sure, because the crow, like I said, it's sort of this, has this energy of past, present, future, like all wrapped up in one, like all wrapped up in this orb is like the whole entire thing, like past, present, and future, all sort of swirling together here. So there's a sense of, oh, interesting. With the fish, actually, and the following eel, I'm almost thinking the fish being like isolated in this bag here. I'm almost getting a sense of like you having like somehow gone into your system and like captured or isolated out this sort of slippery, eel, following eel energy, which I was explaining earlier is like the remnants of some past trauma or past thing which has and haunting you in a way, and still sort of limiting you and affecting you and following you in this way that you just can't seem to shake. And there's a sense here that you actually finally like got it. You actually finally got it out of your system, out of the environment, like permanently. You got it in the bag and like able to like extract it from your system and purge it, like with this death energy, like in a kind of more permanent way this time. Like it didn't slip out of your fingers in a way, which is kind of cool, interesting. So there's like that's talking about like a level of healing, which is like uh skillful in a way. Like it's not like yeah. Um, I don't know how else to explain it. It's almost I'm getting a sense of like with this fish in a bag, almost like a circus game or something, or like, but it's like the sense of like it was kind of like challenging. It's not like your regular level of like healing work or something, because this following eel energy is something like even after you've done a lot extensive healing work, it's like what still remains and follows you. Kind of that's that energy, right? Very difficult to get rid of. But it's like you have gone in there and gotten rid of that, or cleared that out of your system. That's the sense I'm getting here with those cards, which is fascinating. Which might go to speak to why, in the beginning of this reading, why when all that sort of anxiety or fear energy kind of came up, um, then I ended up putting it back in the deck, and then you ended up getting like the middle path card and clarifying there instead. That's kind of fascinating, actually, because I don't normally do that, but I felt like I had to in that moment. And there could be a sense here of like, yeah, that you've done that sort of healing work and found a healthy middle path for yourself now, or got yourself into a much more balanced temperance tempered temperance state. Okay, whatever. Balanced and aligned state, we'll say it like that. Jesus Christ. All right, let's clarify the horse card. Okay, well, there's still some resistance here because we have the shackles and we have the raised cups. So that's very contrasting energy. So there's with the horse, so it's like once you start on this new thing or whatever this is for you, this new direction, this new project, this new vision, it's going to get very mixed reception. So there's going to be, you know, resistance. There's going to be, you're going to get haters, that kind of thing, from, especially from, there's going to be resistance from those who are still connected to this sort of devilish energy here, still kind of deeply in their shadow energy. But then on the other side of it, there's also a lot of celebration. You have the Three of Cups energy. So it's like being celebrated, and at the same time as like you're getting haters and like fans kind of thing. Or like, you know what I'm saying? There's like a very mixed response here. But that I would say is actually a really positive sign that whatever you're doing is like making big waves in some kind of way here. Like the horse is a powerful energy, right? Like if you think about it, like, I mean, horses are kind of biologically, they're funny creatures because they're kind of like, you know, really weak and vulnerable, like in certain ways. They're like, you know what I mean? Like if a horse like breaks its leg, it's pretty much just like it can't heal, it just dies. You know, like it's not like a very biologically adaptable creature in that way. But for what it is good at, which is just like straight up running, it is like a powerhouse of that. It's just like so strong, so much power. So it's like there's a sense here of like whatever you're doing, it's just like very powerful, and it's like making the devil scared. Like so, it's like a like huge amount of like resistance kind of coming up against you. So there, you got to kind of maybe be prepared for that. That there will there will be resistance and pushback, but at the same time, like, you will have supporters and celebration coming in here, like reason to celebrate, and people celebrating you and seeing it and lifting you up as well. Fascinating. All right, I do want still to pull for you. Actually, I did for this reading want to use these tea leaf oracle cards. These ones here. It's kind of awkward to shuffle them, so I don't know if I'm going to do it by shuffling, but I might. I'll shuffle a little bit and then I'll like split the deck and draw off the top. I think is what I'll do. I'll pull a few of these just to get a few extra messages for you. Okay, well, one came out anyway, but I guess we'll take it. We got grapes, which says time to go out and have some fun. We got rat, someone working against you behind your back. That is kind of what I was sensing there with that other energy. What else here? Chair empty. Someone is leaving your life. Hopefully the one that's the rat that's working against you, right? Let's see what else here. Jug. Lighthearted, carefree time. That's beautiful. Let's see what else. This one. A bell. An announcement. Okay. And then one more still. Oh, I got two. An accident. Unicorn. Oh, well, that's the first card in the reading. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. And then it came also dog, close up. Pleasure with a close friend. Interesting. Okay. So, right. Yeah, pay attention to your finances and keep your life in balance. Yeah, keep your life in balance. So that's exactly here. So I'm going to take that one too, because that's exactly these two cards. You got the unicorn and the temperance card. Like to look at this. You got the unicorn card to clarify. Like, what is this? How to? Oh, goodness, I'm so clumsy. I don't know. I'm just trying to like not cover the text while I hold them like at the same time. All right, this is good. I'll do it like that. Look, double unicorn. Double unicorn. Isn't that cool? And then the same thing here with the scales in the middle path. So it's like keeping your life in balance here for sure. So the number one message for you here is you're going to be getting this vision of the kind of changes that need to be made in your life, for sure. You're going to be getting this major download, and you should trust that. And then there's a couple side messages here, especially about going and enjoying some fun times, some lighthearted, carefree times with some good friends here. You did have the raised cups energy as well. And cutting out any energies, toxicity, which does not serve you here, especially people who may be trying to work against you in some type of way. Yeah. Whoa. The candle almost just spit or something when I said that. That was interesting. And then here in the middle, there's a sense of an announcement, some exciting announcement coming for you. That's a little bit mysterious. I actually want to clarify, like, one more. Can we get like a context? This might be different for different people, but I want to pull a card for the announcement because I'm just curious. I just want to see what will come out if I ask. Clarify the announcement card, the bell, please. Oh, yeah. Okay, no, they're not going to tell me. It's when I saw the veil, which means it's like blocked by spirit. So there's an exciting announcement coming, which is like spirit. It's for plot reasons. Is not going to be known now, or it's being held in secret, so it can be a bit of a surprise for later. That's kind of fun. All right, that's all. That was a little bit of random mishmash of messages there for you. I hope that was interesting, helpful, or entertaining for you, at least in some way. Click the like button if it was. Comment down below if you have something to say. I always like reading your comments. If you are new and you like my vibe, subscribe. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. I love you. Until next time, with more words from the heart.